So I just got my digital hands on the long-awaited Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time. I've been super excited to play the game and I wanted to share with you my thoughts and impressions from my time with the levels I've played thus far. Let's discuss. Hey, welcome to Little Big Animation. We are all about creating inspiring video games and animations to unleash your imagination so you can realise your own creative dreams and share those with the world. Crash Bandicoot, the mascot of a generation. Crash was pretty much my childhood back on the PlayStation 1 days, having played the original trilogy as well as Crash Team Racing and the very fun Crash Bash. Outside of the trilogy remake, the only other Crash games I've played were Wrath of Cortex on the PS2 as well as a few Game Boy Advance titles. Crash certainly went on a downward spiral for me, and no matter what you think of the post PS1 titles such as Wrath, Twinsanity, Crash of the Titans, etc., they didn't have the same impact on me with the exception of Wrath, which I thought was decent enough, just a little repetitive facing the same boss over and over again. So you can only imagine the delight on my face when a true Crash sequel was announced. Yes, this isn't from Naughty Dog, but I doubt Crash's playful aesthetic would fit in with their current trend of happy simulators. I went into this game with massive expectations. From all of the trailers and previews before launch, everything just looked perfect. As soon as I loaded up the game, the first thing I noticed was the vast amount of skins available for each character. An extremely generous offering, considering how many games these days completely neglect the novelty. The only costumes considered DLC are from buying the game day one digitally and for linking with an Activision account, which you would already have done already if you played any recent Call of Duty game. The topic of unlockable costumes is something I would love to cover in a future video, as it's such a simple yet powerful addition to a game, in my opinion anyway. The very first level takes place in the present day, before naturally the big bad baddies decide to cause havoc and rip open the space-time continuum. Crash comes across one of the first of 4 masks which provide him with unique new abilities. They then set off through time in an attempt to fix each timeline, collecting further masks and kicking cartoon butt in the process. The graphics look playfully stunning and the animations are quite refreshing. Not only are the levels great to platform around in normally, but each of the masks add a lot of unique scenarios. Previously, from my demo playthrough, I had the chance to try out a mask which slowed down time, creating quick reaction moments, or simply making combat a little easier. The other mask from the demo allows you to warp boxes and environmental hazards. This is perfectly demonstrated as you grind rail Ratchet and Clank style, trying to hit all of the available boxes, as well as trying to avoid the hazards by warping them in and out of existence. The only other mask I've encountered so far was one that gives you a powerful infinite spin, blocking green magic and reaching further or higher heights. The masks certainly add a welcome extra layer of gameplay. Also, I have to point out and admit that the levels are harder than I anticipated. In fact, all of the levels were harder than what we are used to from the original trilogy. That could come down to the new modern control scheme, which tightens up the controls and adds more weight to Crash, but I expect it's mainly down to the fact that the levels try to test you from start to finish. I'm not going to be one of those people who claim it's just like Dark Souls, because it's not. It has challenging moments, but you should be able to finish most levels after a few attempts. The difficulty is just hard enough that it keeps you on your toes. Even the optional boxes require an extra level of skill to obtain. You can switch between modern and retro styles, which can make the game slightly easier or harder, so the choice is really up to you. As far as I can tell, retro mode gives you a limited amount of lives. Losing all forces you to restart a level from scratch. Modern mode simply gives you a death counter, essentially giving you infinite lives. This may sound like an easy mode, but it's not. And if you want to avoid any extra frustration of restarting an already challenging level, then modern is the way to go. I really enjoyed the increase in difficulty as the originals became a breeze to play. Dying also has a role in the end of level rewards, as you receive a clear gem for finishing a level in 3 deaths or less. There are many more gems you can collect per level for breaking all the boxes, finding hidden ones laying around, or collecting enough Wumpa fruit. Collect enough and you'll unlock a brand new costume for Crash or Coco, which I think is a genius idea. One of the key new features of Crash 4 is how all of the playable characters fit together. Some levels an anomaly occurs and we have no idea how they happened until we play the optional levels featuring a badass Tawna, as well as nefarious villains Neo Cortex and Dingodile. The amount of levels in the game is mind-blowing, with over 100 levels to play, which includes the ones from the main story and optional ones from the additional characters, inverted mode, and the training tapes you can find, which are essentially a series of challenge rooms. All of this with the replayability you would expect from finding all the clear and coloured gems, time trials, and a few others which I haven't quite gained access to quite yet. Another thing I want to mention are the boss battles. Remember how easy and simplistic they used to be? Well, that is no longer the case. It will vary with each boss you face, but the battle with N. Jin was fantastically made, as it requires the same amount of skill and attention you would give to the regular levels. I also love all the throwbacks to the original games, such as the chase scenes integrated into some of the levels, as well as the vehicles. All of these are nice additions on top of all of the new ideas, keeping a refreshing balance of old and new. There are a nice variety of enemy types as well, with each world getting a completely different design. To summarise, I have to say that I was blown away by the quality of the game. There's a generous amount of content and it has been consistently strong. The game controls extremely well with the characters on display, offering a nice variety in how they play. I really enjoyed playing as Tawna with her grapple hook, which gives her a completely different way to play compared to Crash and Coco. The level design is on point, and overall it really does feel like an evolution in the Crash franchise, without straying too far from what's familiar, which is the perfect balance. I can already tell that I'll continue to enjoy the game immensely. Also, we'll be streaming the game live over on Twitch using the same channel name, Little Big Animation. We hope to see you there. Will you be picking up Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time? Are you enjoying what you've seen so far? Let's discuss down in the comments below, and subscribe if you're new here. We are all about creating inspiring video games and animations to unleash your imagination, so you can realise your own creative dreams and share those with the world. If you'd like to support us on our quest to provide you with the very best inspiring content, consider clicking the join button right next to the subscribe button below to become a channel member, which comes with additional exclusive perks such as early access to demos, behind the scenes content, your name in the credits, along with custom channel badges and emojis. You can also explore our Patreon page by visiting patreon.com/littlebiganimation or by following the link in the description below. Thank you. Would you like to see even more inspiring content? Click on one of our videos on your screen now. You can also subscribe by clicking on our little red imp. See you in the next Crash video.